Hi, thanks for joining us today. My name's Kerry Wilks. I'm the chair of Equality Kansas and also the chair for the South Central chapter of Equality Kansas. And joining me today is Brandon Woodard. He represents the 30th District of Kansas in our House of Representatives, and he's just about finished with his first term of office in our wonderful legislature. And I have him here today to talk to us a little bit about what Equality Kansas has meant to him and our presence in Topeka, especially with our lobbyist, Tom Witt, has meant to him during his first term in office. And Brandon, I also wanted to thank you for being a member of Equality Kansas.
Of course, I'm so happy to be here.
Wonderful. Yeah. So what has been important to you in your first term, having Equality Kansas up there in Topeka?
Well, it's meant the world to me. Knowing that we were coming in, Representative Susan Ruiz and I coming in as the first openly LGBT members of the Kansas legislature, you quickly realize how heavy of a responsibility you have with that representation. And being able to go to Tom, your lobbyist with Equality Kansas in Topeka, making sure that we are running ideas and legislation by someone who has been advocating in that building for so many years, and for many years was one of the only voices in Topeka that was working on our causes, right? And so it's been incredible to have Tom there to advise us, to help us think through traps on legislation or different amendments or ways that things could be spun. And it's just meant the world to have him there. And I feel like Susan and I are backup to the work that Equality Kansas has been doing under the dome for so many years.
Well, thank you for those kind words. I'll be sure and share them with Tom. And it's really wonderful that we finally have representation in Topeka with both of you two there representing LGBTQ people. I mean, I realize you represent your constituents, but to me, even in Wichita, there's a little bit of you that might represent me. And we really appreciate that. What do you think some of the challenges are for the future? Do we need to keep fighting?
We absolutely need to keep fighting. We have so much work left to do. I like so many people here in Kansas, it was a very emotional day when marriage equality became law of the land. But what I saw was so many of my friends, and especially in the LGBTQ community, who felt like we had won, like the fight was over. And in reality, we're just beginning. Kansas is one of 15 states where you can still be denied housing, refused business, or lose your job because of being LGBT. That's wrong. When states like Indiana have employment protections and are beating us, the state that gave us Mike Pence, we've got issues and we've got work to do. Kansas is still legal for minors to go through so-called conversion therapy, which we should call it what it is, which is child abuse. That and many, many things. We saw a number of anti-LGBT bills introduced in the Kansas legislature this year. And because of Susan and I being there, working with Tom Witt and Equality Kansas, bringing to light that those bills have no place here. It's just another reminder of how much work we have left to do, and the way that people can raise their voice. We saw even with those bills, the response from the public for a bill that would have defined a same-sex marriage, a parity marriage, putting that public pressure on the leadership in the Kansas legislature ensured that those bills didn't see the light of day. So we have to continue to have representation there. We've got to continue having Equality Kansas and Tom Witt in the State House to make sure that when we do see things like that, we can prevent them from ever seeing the light of day while still working to advance pro-LGBT legislation as well.
Yeah, no, and I like that reminder. It's not about one person. It's not about one legislator. It's about a group of us. It's about raising our voices together, right? And
Exactly.
one of the things that I've liked to say in the past is hate is not a Kansas value.
Absolutely.
And
I'm going to borrow that.
You absolutely are welcome to borrow it. The fight for equality continues, and thanks for joining us in that fight. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So if you'd like to join Equality Kansas and join us in the fight, just check out the link that's attached to this video, and we'd love to welcome you.